This video is about two variables, summarizing two quantitative or categorical variables. Make sure that you have the correct file opened. Okay, right there is the name. Okay, we're going to use the same data set as before, and the first task is to prepare a cross tabulation. Cross tabulation means two-way table with miles per gallon going this way and country going along the columns. Okay, we're going to use the pivot table. So first thing to do is to move these two labels away so it won't get erased. We can put them back there after you're done with the pivot table. Or we'll move it further out over here. Okay, so now go and highlight the entire data set starting from the row label. Okay, after that insert pivot table and pivot table. Now the data source is selected and we want to put the pivot table in the existing worksheet starting with cell B5. Click OK and the pivot table template is created. We want miles per gallon going in the column, so let's click, drag and drop miles per gallon as row labels. Now we need to group the row labels. So go to any data here, right click, group. We've done this before in the previous video. So starting from 15 going all the way up to 40 in increments of 5. Okay, that sets up the rows. Now we have to set up the column, and column is country. So click, drag and drop country into column. So the column labels are set. Now we need to count the number of cars in each of those column and row cells. So click, drag the car into values, and since cars are label variables, it is count automatically. So the cross tabulation is now done. Now, well, before we finish, we need to make sure that the columns are all of the same width, because the column widths are kind of crazy here. So you have to do that by going to the top column label here, click and expand all the way. Okay, so now we can go and adjust the column label for all of the columns all at the same time. So let's see, we want to adjust the column label so all the column widths are the same. So let's do some formatting. We want the column labels for each column to be right adjusted, and we want the row labels to read MPG and the column labels to read country. Okay. So now the cross tabulation is done. Now we can move these two labels back where it originally was and save the file, and we are done.